I don't know why I worry. Even when I try and get some sleep at night, I'm still working. My mind is still going over, and I just feel that I'm not able to rest, that I'm still working in my sleep.
Now, what do you find the most worrying thing about life today?
Well, in my opinion, the biggest worry to a tradesman in Dublin is the thought of a slump and the uncertainty of the building trade. Some years it's great, and other years it's bad.
We have all sorts of, possibly the economic slump at the present moment. It must be worrying everybody. Well, anyone that cares. You have people that don't give a damn, but personally I care, because I have a house and that here in town, and I would hate to have to emigrate.
There is a feeling of pressure all the time, particularly a pressure of time. In any society that's passing from, let us say, from a rural tradition to an industrialised and urbanised society, you'll find that the calendar, the alarm clock, the telephone, the timetable are beginning to take more and more precedence over the more leisurely procedure of former times.
Do you think that people are worrying more these days than they used to?
Well, I suppose they do, really, because there are so many things, so many pressures from different points.
There's so many things that I find that has to be done in the day, and I worry if I don't get them done.
The little ones, it's the little problems that create much more worry than the large ones. I don't imagine people worry more about the atomic bomb than they do about what they should do to their neighbors or to their children or for themselves.
It's just becoming a thing with people. They just want to fuss and want to rush.
The way they worry is about the cost of living and all the rush and bustle there is now. And of course, coming up to the time of the budget.
A day's work. I just find that I just haven't got the time.
I have even given thought to emigrating.
In my particular business, architecture, for instance, that big buildings must be built in a very, very fast time.
At the moment, the building trade is very good, and but we don't know when it could go to bad. There's nothing certain about it.
What worries you particularly?
Of work and climate itself.
What about money?
Well, that's another risk still, But if I'm working out a few points a week, and I'm all right.
Imagine it has a great bearing on the fact so many people are dying of heart failure now.
Do you think that that these are serious worries, that it actually consciously affects people in their lives?
Well, I suppose you could call them real worries, because they're relative, really. I mean, what worries me might not worry you.
I feel that people find that they haven't got enough time, that 24 hours a day isn't enough. I myself am looking for 8 days a week and 25 hours a day.
Life is geared to speed now.
You go into town and you go across Westmoreland Street, it's a fight for your life, really, isn't it? It's a challenge.
I myself have to become a teenager to cross the road, and I'm nearly 70.
I think everyone is worried. When you get the top, the respective bosses in each, what would you say, industry, they're worrying. So if they're worried, we must worry if you have an interest in your job.
Perhaps that's the reason why we see so much heart diseases, stomach ulcers, nervous breakdowns and things like that in our time, which our ancestors, our rural ancestors, certainly didn't suffer from.
It certainly does worry the housewife, because she'd all the expense and all the outlay, and everything is going up.
But that worry has always existed.
I don't worry too much. I expect I'm on my way out.
What are you worried about?
I wouldn't like to say right now, but my exams, I expect.
I don't think there's that much stress in this country compared to in England or in the United States.
Is there any answer to this at all?
Well, I can't see one at the present moment. I mean, everyone wants to try and do the best by themselves, and it's sort of dog eat dog.
One has to live with it, definitely.